Emerald TV, the place to be to learn strategies and living your highest potential through the mind, body, and spirit, all while having fun. And today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my April progress report. So the progress videos is pretty much me sharing you guys things that I've completed, things I learned throughout the month, and pretty much a way for me to be accountable to you guys in my own progress in terms of financial freedom, health and fitness, and building my business. Okay, so events that happen is Living Full Out. So it's a quarterly event I host every 3 months. It was originally supposed to be on March 6th, but March 26th, but it didn't happen because I didn't promote it as well. And I didn't promote it that well recently either, but simply because I was afraid of the message, or it felt like it wasn't refined enough. And so it was a small intimate group, about 4 people, and but the delivery and how I felt about the message was way more powerful than I ever delivered it before, and the impact that it made on other people was amazing. Like, the feedback that I got from everyone just blew me away. So now that I feel more confident about the message that I'm putting together, I'm way more confident in promoting the event altogether. So I also had the opportunity for doing more profile and drive interviews. I interviewed a couple people: Warren Lee, Evan, Ryan, Candice. Shout out to you guys for coming out to the studio. Check out their episodes coming soon. Subscribe to the channel so you guys can get updates on it first. Okay, on another note, I actually am going to be releasing 2 profiles and drives episodes a month now. I used to do 1, and that was because I wasn't interviewing at the pace I was before. Now I feel like I'm at a place where I can release a lot more, so be on the lookout for that. Along with that, I got a new coach on the team, so I declared that on one of my monthly goals. I got a new coach. Her name is Brittany. It's amazing because I'm at a place where I can't do this whole business on my own, and I was pretty stubborn when I first got into the whole health coaching business, because I thought I could be like I was machismo and I was trying to do everything on my own, and I realized how overwhelming it was. Now I'm at a place where I need a team in order to maximize my impact on health and fitness and people, so I can be that stand of transformation for other people. And yeah, so Brittany is new on the team. I'm currently training her in terms of the nutrition side. I'm currently training her in terms of exercises and working with clients, meeting them where they're at, because it's easy to give advice, but what a coach really needs to be good at is being able to listen to the other person and guide them towards the proper way. Another event was Beverly Hills Flash Mob. So it was a great opportunity that was forwarded to me from my director from Hit the Floor Productions, and it happened to be on the 27th, which is April 27th, which is pretty much a month away from me and Stephanie's 4-year anniversary. So we decided to make it not only a performance, so a little bit of business, but we also made it into something that's a little bit more personal and made it into a date. And it was great because we haven't performed together on the same stage since she was 3 months pregnant. Okay, so the opportunity for us to actually perform and dance together again, we had to hop right onto it, because as parents, when it's easy to lose sight of passion, especially from the movies and from what I've experienced from seeing others, that it's hard to continue following your passion once you have a kid, because we get to have this responsibility of nurturing this human consciousness, not just a life but a consciousness. For me and Steph, I want us to be this example of being able to follow your passions. I don't want to just tell my son that, hey, go follow your passion, and I'm not living that advice myself. So I want us to record these experiences as much as we can before we get older, so we can share them to Jordan once he's a lot older. So if you have the opportunity to do what you love, do it. Okay, so a quick recap of last month's goals. I'm really doing my best to get through everything pretty quickly. That's why I'm talking pretty fast. So last month's goals were get 2 coaches on my team, got 1. Get 100 more enrollments in B-Boy mini course, and get 500 more downloads in Healthy Active Life. I didn't really focus on advertising that much. I did modify my blog so it can be seen more in terms of products. It's also on the sidebar now, but I didn't really focus on advertising it because I was way more focused on getting my event for my presentation for Living Full Out and getting ready for the Flash Mob. Complete all filming for Emerald TV Wave 3, which is pretty much the next 20 episodes of Emerald TV, and which I actually completed it yesterday, right after profiles and drive interview. So boom, that was exciting to do. And film 5 more episodes of Profiles and Drive. I managed to film 4, but there was a scheduling snafu earlier in the month, so I lost about a few days worth of filming. So I just did the best with what I have, and kept inviting, kept filming. Film all my videos for how to break dance for beginners. Yeah, pretty much. I got that. I didn't get that done actually. I had 8 videos done last month. Now this month I got 22 videos out of the 46 videos. I didn't have the move list completed yet, so I didn't have the entire course outline. Now that I do, I see I could see how far I am in terms of completing. Okay, I have 20 people come to Living Full Out. I had 4. I didn't market it that much because, like I said, I was doubtful of what the message I was gonna say. 4 people came, but it was super intimate. I got to coach them one-on-one. We had a lot of feedback, a lot of Q&A, so a lot of one-on-one coaching as well. So I feel more confident in how I handled that and how it went. So I'm much more confident in promoting it a lot more. Okay, so overall 2014 goals: gain 20 pounds of lean mass and be at least 10 to 12% body fat. Status is I maintained 16 pounds of lean mass, but I'm also at 18% body fat. I really wasn't quite as motivated this month to keep going. I honestly feel like I felt a little burned out from the previous month, but I did maintain in terms of my eating, of how much my eating and my lifting. So I really didn't push as much as I know I could have. But I did manage to maintain 116 pounds of lean mass, whereas before I was at 110, so that's still pretty good. Okay, finances, I will be earning $25,000 passive income. You'll see the details down below at the block. Business, have at least 10 coaches on my team by December 1st. I currently have 1 new coach on the team. I just spoke about her. I will have interviewed 24 people for Profiles and Drive by October 1st. So far I have 8 interviews completed, and I have about 4 or 5 more booked for next month. I'll create an online course on learning how to break dance for beginners by May 30th. Status is I have 22 videos done out of the 46 filmed. Like I said, I had a scheduling snafu earlier in the month, so I wasn't able to complete it, get as much done. But when I do have film moments, film time, I've been averaging about 4 to 6 videos a night within a span of 2 hours. So I think that's a pretty good pace in terms of batch filming so far. And yeah, I think I'm on route to actually finish it by the end of the month. Okay, relationships, enroll 10 of my friends into the MITT basic course. So like I said, this is one of the events that made a huge impact on my life, changed my perspective completely in terms of just everything. And I have 3 friends that are currently interested. I just need to give them the enrollment form for them to commit and for them to commit to the dates. Yeah, it's just my end, just giving them the actual application to enroll. Personal development, I will audit the MITT basic course. So apparently the dates of the one I was going to go to were the incorrect ones. So there's one in June that works best with my schedule, so I'm going to be enrolling into that by the end of the month. I will have read 10 books I've had in my library since August. I will read 10 books that I had in my library by August 1st. So far I've completed one out of the 10. I'm currently reading Mastery, and I finished Return to Love. Amazing book. I'm not going to go into a big book review about it, but there's this one section about relationships that just blew my mind. I reread that chapter so many times because I wanted to fully comprehend it. Okay, and this is all just using Audible and using audiobooks, so I didn't actually reread it. I just rewinded it a lot because that chapter in the whole book alone is something that you guys got to check out. Okay, so for personal, I will do a TED Talk by June 25th, 2004 in progress. So now that I feel better about my last event before Living Full Out, I'm asking a couple friends to help to sort of recommend me, go to the website and actually recommend me to actually do the event. What I need to do on my end now is actually edit the video, so there's an actual video presentation for them to look at. If you want to help me, which I would greatly appreciate, all you got to do is head on over to the TED Talk, just go to the recommended teacher section. The link's going to take you directly to it. If not, it's going to take you to my blog, which will tell you how to do it, and all you got to do is fill out all the information and past that video that I was just talking about, and that's about it. Okay, the details are in the link down below. But yeah, I would greatly appreciate your support to help get me TED Talk. I will find us an apartment in Silver Lake and move out of my mom's place by November 1st. In process. Again, currently focused on building streams of income before all this happens. So I'm currently gonna complete another course and complete another book. Okay, I'll compete at Hip Hop International in an all styles battle. Training once a week. I've found myself a little unmotivated to dance, simply because what I used to do is I just go in there, just dance and just do something that was fun, but I wouldn't really put a structure of what I was gonna work on, and it kind of, I lost my motivation because I felt like I wasn't getting better, and I was also playing the same damn song a lot. So I switched up the tracks. I actually started having more of a game plan of what I was going to work on, and it challenged me because these are things that I don't normally work on. It's pushing the current repertoire moves to a whole new level. The different type of music is allowing me to be more expressive, and especially since it's an all styles battle, that means I gotta be well versed on the different types of songs. So it works out pretty well. So below all that, if you're over at the block, you can see my current self breakdown, which is what I do for mind, body, spirit, in terms of what I'm doing, sort of productivity in terms of business wise, body in terms of fitness, spirit, what I do to sort of connect with God in terms of meditation and prayer. I also give you guys an income breakdown and the lessons I've learned this month. First one is take time away from work. The previous month I finished off with some pretty big wins, finished a book, finished a course, and at the beginning of this month was sort of shaky because I wasn't sure what to do, and I followed some advice from some amazing friends that told me just gotta take some time away from work, because right now you're forcing the issue and you're sort of losing sight of what's important. And that was amazing advice. I simply just took some time away, spent some time with family, did something I love, exercised and played basketball, and did a little bit of dancing, and just allowing myself to be like a kid again and just do something where I'm not worried. Just helped rejuvenate me. By the end of the day, actually, I was ready to get back to work. Okay. Next lesson is that where you are is perfect. Okay. To bounce off the previous lesson, it's a great reminder that in order to have a breakthrough, sometimes there needs to be a breakdown, and whenever there's a breakdown, there's a breakthrough right around the corner. Okay. So, and what I was experiencing was exactly what I needed, because it was what caused me to reflect, and it caused me to realize what was more important again. I remember in the book A Return to Love by Marilyn Williamson, the book I mentioned earlier, is that the Holy Spirit has a highly individualized curriculum for every single one of us. So the way I viewed it is that the current struggle I was at, or the current sort of frustration or confusion, was perfect because it was a lesson that I needed to learn in order for me to become the person who I needed to be to create what I wanted to create. So, and it brings me to the next lesson. Your context is way more important than your content. So that means who you're being is way more important than what you're doing, because you can achieve a huge amount of money, but if people perceive you as a jerk in the process of getting there, you're not going to be, you're pretty much leaving a trail of fire. Compared to if your goal is to get that money, but the process is through helping other people, you're going to be making a huger impact and be leaving a legacy of whatever it may be, a legacy of service, like a legacy of kindness, and still have that sort of financial freedom. Okay, a lot of people think we have to be cutthroat or lie, cheat, steal, or whatever. Some people may perceive it that that's the way to actually get what you want, and it may be the case for some, but I don't really agree with it, because as human beings, as individuals, as who we are, as a species, the only way we survived is when we worked together. Okay, and if we tried to work separately, if we tried to destroy ourselves, if we were this destructive with each other back then, I believe that probably our species itself would have just died to all the other animals. But we survived back then because we were pack creatures. We worked together. In order to make the species thrive. But that's just a personal insight or thought overall. So before I go into next month's goals, according to my 2014 goals, I want to share with you guys this quote from Maya Angelou. It's that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Okay, so that's why context is more important than your content. More often than not, when I tell you to think about a person who may have made you mad, the first thing you're gonna remember is how they made you feel. Second is what they did. Okay, same thing. If I tell you to think about a person who's made you feel happy, you're gonna think about that person, how they made you feel. Second is how. Okay, so people are gonna remember you based off how they've experienced you and how you made them feel. Okay, so on to my next month's goal. So goals for this month, I'm gonna get one more coach on my team, and he's ready to actually commit. I just gotta take some time to make sure that he's clear that this is something he wants, and as soon as that's done, I'm gonna start training these coaches and help them gain their first client. Why? Because if they succeed, we all succeed. Okay, it's a win-win situation. I want them to feel like they're a part of something bigger and that they're actually being of service. Like, there's this feeling of awesomeness and then accountability the first time I got my first client, because yes, I got my first client. Then I'm like, yes, I got my first client. That means I had to step up my game in terms of who I'm being, because if I'm just shy and just selling out on them and making them do whatever they want, then I'm not really being a coach. So this got me to a place where I needed to step up in terms of who I needed to be in order to be the coach they needed. Next goal is complete how to break dance for beginners, because I believe there's an opportunity for people to discover their ability to dance, okay, through the art of breaking, and even more so the ability to express themselves. Okay, I believe that dance is one of the ultimate forms of self-expression, and that's ultimately what I want for everyone. So how I'm going to be film 46 videos a week on Sundays from 7 to 9. Next goal is complete a new book. This is something I'm keeping under wraps from now. It's something that Steph and I are working together, because this is a personal project that I think it's going to impact a lot of people in terms of their communication with one another, how we understand and who we're being with one another. This book is sharing all the lessons that I learned and Stephanie learned. I learned from in terms of going to jail, what she learned on the other side when I wasn't in jail. So if you're interested in taking part of the survey, all you gotta do is click on this link right here, and it'll take you to exactly where the survey is in terms of the questions. It's only 3 questions. It's not gonna take a lot of your time. Okay, send the current version of Stephanie to her so she can add her parts. And the next goal is get at least two muscle ups consecutively. Why? Because I got this by the end of the month. I finally got a muscle up. Okay, and I can do one at least every other day. Why? Because it's something new and challenging and something I'm just terrible at, and I want to get good at it. It's almost like how I am with basketball. I'm not exactly good or like super pro baller status at it, but it's something that I really want to get good at, so I can fully enjoy and just let myself loose throughout the game. Almost like how I am with dancing. Okay, so how I'm gonna be doing power pull-ups, doing a progression of the muscle ups every Monday and Wednesday. And last is get ready for a 30-day fitness challenge that I want to do. And it's not something that I'm going to be participating in. Well, actually I will. But it's something a friend of mine suggested doing. It's like an online body challenge that a lot of these fitness people that I've seen do. But it just never really occurred to me that I should do it myself in order to help more people and make a bigger impact and so on and so forth. Because I don't know, the idea scares me, and I think that's one of the reasons I'm doing it, because it scares the bejesus out of me. Okay, so yeah, why I'm doing it? Because I'm scared, and I feel like it's gonna increase my impact on other people. And how I'm gonna ask others who've done how they've done a body challenge, how they put the structure, and once I get a better idea, I'll create my structure on how to do it. I have no idea of how to do it just yet, but I will figure it out. So this includes coaching videos, this includes workout videos, or recipes on food to make, and creating a Facebook group or creating a landing page. There's a whole bunch of stuff that I think I need to put together, but I want to make sure I'm clear by asking other people who've done it or participated in one. So other than that, that's about it in terms of my April review. Hopefully this video didn't take too long, but if you guys got any questions in terms of your own goals, or if there's any insight that I can share with you guys, just leave a comment right down below. But other than that, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you head on over to the blog, subscribe to the free newsletter, so I can give you guys insight and more beyond Emeroy TV. And if you like this video, make sure you hit like, subscribe to the channel, and share this with a friend who you think might benefit from it. And if you want to connect, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, here on YouTube, or over at the blog. And remember, we're all called to greatness, whether it's the lowest point of our lives or the highest point of our lives. From moment to moment, we all have that choice to live our highest potential. But at the end of the day, it's up to us to choose. The world needs your greatness to shine. Thanks for watching MRI TV, and I'll catch you guys next time.